Our first historic speech is by Johnnie Tillman. Born in the United States in 1926, Tillman hesitantly applied for welfare to help take care of her children when she became ill. Experiencing dehumanizing treatment through the process, she became a reform activist who founded one of the first grassroots welfare mothers organizations, Aid to Needy Children, Mothers Anonymous. She later became the chair of the National Welfare Rights Organization. Critical of the approach of the middle-class male staff, she advocated for women welfare recipients to have a greater voice and aligned with other feminist organizations. Her 1972 piece, Welfare is a Women's Issue, tried to broaden the horizon of the feminist movement by redefining poverty as a women's issue. Our session's first performer, Valeria Joseph, is a doctoral candidate in cultural anthropology. Her research explores how the contending forces of powerful African memory and enduring ideologies of British colonialism meet in young Afro-Caribbean girls of Kyriakou, Grenada, through their contemplations and performances of game songs, resulting in multi-layered and seemingly contradictory affiliations and disaffiliations with their African heritage. Valerie's commitment to identifying and addressing personal, social, and structural biases is at the core of her research, and is also what led her to want to participate in this event today, where we commemorate and celebrate our Shiro's voices speaking truth to power. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium Valeria Joseph, reading as Johnnie Tillman.
I'm a woman. I'm a black woman. I'm a poor woman. I'm a fat woman. I'm a middle-aged woman. And I'm on welfare. In this country, if you're any of those things, you count less as a human being. If you're all those things, you don't count at all, except as a statistic. I'm 45 years old. I've raised 6 children. There are millions of statistics like me. Some on welfare, some not, and some really poor, who don't even know they're entitled to welfare. Not all of them are black, not at all. In fact, the majority, about 2/3 of all the poor families in the country, are white. Welfare is like a traffic accident. It can happen to anybody, but especially it happens to women. And that's why welfare is a women's issue. For a lot of middle-class women in this country, women's liberation is a matter of concern. For women on welfare, it's a matter of survival. Survival. That's why we had to get on welfare, and that's why we can't get off welfare now. Not us women. Not until we do something about liberating poor women in this country. Welfare is the most prejudiced institution in this country, even more than marriage, which it tries to imitate. Let me explain that a little. 99% of welfare families are headed by women. There's no man around. In half the states, there can't be a man around because AFDC, Aid to Families with Dependent Children, says that if there is an able-bodied man around, then you can't be on welfare. If the kids are going to eat and the man can't get a job, then he's got to go. Welfare is like a super sexist marriage. You trade in a man for the man. But you can't divorce him if he treats you bad. He can divorce you. Of course, cut you off anytime he wants. But in that case, he keeps the kids, not you. The man runs everything. In ordinary marriage, sex is supposed to be for your husband. On AFDC, you're not supposed to have any sex at all. You give up control of your own body. It's a condition of aid. You may even have to agree to get your tubes tied so you never have more children just to avoid getting cut off from welfare. The man, the welfare system, controls your money. He tells you what to buy, what not to buy, where to buy it, and how much things cost. If things, rent, for instance, really cost more than he says they do, it's just too bad for you, because he's always right. Maybe we poor welfare women will really liberate women in this country. We've already started on our own welfare plan. Along with other welfare recipients, we have organized so we can have some voice. Our group is called the National Welfare Rights Organization, NWRO. We put together our own welfare plan called Guaranteed Adequate Income, GAI, which would eliminate sexism from welfare. There would be no categories: men, women, children, single, married, kids, no kids, just poor people who need aid. You get paid according to need and family size only, and that would be upped as the cost of living goes up. As far as I'm concerned, the ladies of NWRO are the front-line troops of women's freedom, both because we have so few illusions, and because our issues are so important to all women. The right to a living wage for women's work, the right to life itself.
Wow.